Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Just kind of letting the system warm up. For those who are coming in, appreciate you. We're just getting started, just loading in. For those who are joining us, thank you for joining us very much. We will be starting in a quick moment. And for those who haven't been on before, this is our quarantine edition, you could call it, where we just kind of hook up with our models and just kind of have some talks about some of the previous shoots we've had and just some of the work we did and planning to do as well in some cases, just to kind of give you more of an inside look of what we do here at HillWay Photography. If you hadn't had a chance to check it out, we have so many ways to connect, whether you do it here on Instagram, which we appreciate. You can go to YouTube, our YouTube channel, HillWay Photography. We have several videos there as well. And, of course, Facebook. So definitely want to check us out. And, of course, the biggest thing or one of the main things is our website at www.hillwayphotography.com. So however way you connect with us, just take that time. And we'd love to see you on one of our platforms. Give us a hi, give us a wave. And we'll go from there. As you know, I'm not one to belabor time long, and I know our numbers go back and forth, so I wanted to get going, especially because of the person that is going to be on right now. The person that we're about to connect with, her name is Kayla. She's a great and awesome young lady that I've known myself for several years. And when we first started as HillWay Photography, she was the first person we reached out to in doing a shoot. And she said pretty much, she'll tell her story. But either way, she has really been a great person to connect. And we've had some great shoots with her, plan to have some more with her. But just wanted to take some time and talk with her now. So if I can get her in here, I believe she is right here. Come in. And we'll get this started. Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
All right, how you doing?
I'm great.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for joining us today.
No problem.
For those who have followed us from the beginning, Kayla was actually our first interview that we did, and with the wonders of Instagram life. Or just Instagram capture, however you want to call it. We tried to save the video to be able to rebroadcast and put on our platform, and it said no. So Kayla was so open and agreed to be able to come back, because I think what she said was really important. And this time we kind of have some backups to make sure that we get the copy and that it gets where it needs to get to. So Kayla, thank you very much for coming back to us today.
No problem. Happy to be here.
So, I know you didn't memorize the spiel from before, but if you want to give a quick rundown of yourself a little bit for those coming in and those who are on here.
Okay. What do you want to know? My age? Where I'm
from? Come on, don't act like you don't know what we talk about. It's just like your background a little bit.
Well, I don't really have a huge background in modeling per se, or taking a lot of pictures. More so just your everyday, regular working girl. Isaiah and HillWay Photography, Jason, they reached out to me, and basically want to see, what I could do, and to also build up their catalog. And I think that was a great opportunity. And so we did my first shoot back in 2018, and that was a good shoot, my first shoot. And then from there, we just kind of been working since then, and it's been great.
Right. And so I've, like I said before, I've told a little bit ahead of time how we, connected a while. And so going into the first shoot, what was your mindset even being asked and, doing that first photo shoot?
My first thought was, oh no, I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. And then I thought about it, got there. I was very comfortable, very relaxed. Just the atmosphere, it made me really enjoy the shoot. It made me open up more. And I also built up my confidence level as far as being behind or in front of the camera. And so for me, it kind of just made me want to do it more. And you even know that I was talking about the next shoot. And
Right.
so we got into the next shoot. And like I said, like I'm ready to work now. When this whole thing is over, I'm ready to get back in front of the camera and just let my work speak for itself. So yeah.
I got you. So, like you said when this is over, of course, talking about, coronavirus and COVID-19, has that affected you in any way? In like it affects everybody, but I guess the question is, how does it affect you, in your day-to-day outside, of course, the obvious normals for most people, like in sense of your job or just your daily routines of things that you do and can't do?
No, I'm still working. Here in Georgia, I work for a local police agency, so nothing has changed. But socially, I'm kind of missing my friends, kind of missing going out and just hanging out. Just the normal things that I think now that we realize we take for granted. That's kind of played a role on me because all I do literally is go to work and go home. So yeah, the social part. The working part, nothing changed. But the social part, being able to do photo shoots, all of that, yeah, that's affected me.
Right. I know. Just kind of going back, like you said, that first shoot, you came in kind of nervous, and we've had conversations. We had several conversations going in, like, hey, it's gonna be all right. Hey, it's gonna be good. And to just see the progression from the first shoot. And you're like, are you sure? Are you sure? Until now it's like, where do you want me to be? Where do you want me to pose?
What time?
Has really been great and awesome. So, like you said, the first one you was nervous. The second one, like I said, you was open. How you feel the feedback came from? We post, of course, these the shoots online on social media. How did you feel like the feedback was, and so the response for both of them, actually, the first one and second?
From other people or just from me?
Huh?
Both. I can give you both.
Both.
So the feedback from the first one for myself, the first one was, in comparison to the second one, was okay. That was all right. The second one was when I really saw the potential that I had. So that's the feedback for myself. As far as, people, the general family, friends, they were surprised, honestly, because they know I take selfies. But as far as like taking pictures and photo shoots, they were like, "You did that?" And then the second one, they were like, "Okay, so you're a little model now." Oh, okay. So the feedback has been great. Of course, you have your people they give you the whole speech and spiel about what you should be doing, shouldn't be doing as far as the poses and the scene. Mm-hmm. We don't care about those people. But no, in all honesty, I've really enjoyed just getting to know myself more as far as being in front of the camera. And like I said earlier, just boosting up my own confidence and realizing that I am the skin that I am in, so I need to embrace it. And I think you guys have really done an awesome job pulling that out of me. And so, yeah, that's the feedback for myself and for others.
Well, that's great. Like I said, I think we saw a lot of potential. We saw a lot of potential for one, which is why we even, connected with you, because we saw there's a lot of potential. And so to be able to tap into it and like you kind of go with it and even embrace it to, to where we are now was great and awesome to, now know it's like, okay, like you said, as soon as this thing gets lifted and we kind of get into some normalcy, that we can go out there and, hit some shoots up and, be out in a couple places. I know one of the things we talked about shoot wise was between either, it was two we talked about doing that we tried to wait for this quarantine to move. One is waterfall scene. And
I know. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Stephen. I don't know if I'm saying his
name.
Hi.
You say hi. It's fine. They here with you. The first one's waterfall shoot, and the second one you kind of came with a concept. I'm not going to hit that one because I want to make when we get that together, I want that to be a surprise. But
Okay. You're
but
right. Okay.
but definitely like talk about like where your mindset now and just in general about mindset. You kind of said it, you touched base with it, but like how's it? Like how do you feel now going into shoots and trying to actually interact? And we talked about this in the sense of your openness now, just to just shoot. Period. Of course, with the right people, but just shoot. Period.
I want to shoot more. If I could, this would actually be my dream job. Just to travel, get behind or in front of the camera, different scenes, all of that. Like, you really don't understand. You and Jason, y'all have no idea. Now I'm like, yo, when are we working? Like, what are we waiting on? Let's go. Let's mask up. Hey, let's do a shoot with mask on and just
I see you doing that too.
Yes, and see what we get. But yeah, I'm ready to work. That's all I can tell you. I'm ready to work. This is taking its toll on me, and I can't, like, we got to move on from this. Like, come on, Rona, you played your part. Let's
roll. I got you. So you heard it here. Whether so if y'all see a shoot in the next couple weeks with mask on,
okay,
came from her. It was her idea. But yeah, it's really like I said, it's been rough. I mean, granted, we cautiously have a couple of shoots coming up as restrictions have kind of loosened up here and otherwise. Mm-hmm. But of course, just trying to maintain safe distance and follow laws that we have in front of us. But ultimately, just be able to get back out there and be able to kind of shoot. What do you think about? And I haven't asked you directly about doing one of these. So what do you think about the? I don't know. Have you seen any the sense of like a virtual photo shoot? I've done a couple, mm-hmm. And they're really mixed, in what they do, but like it's a very different, unique experience. Is that something that you would be open with trying to do?
I'm open to anything. Yeah, anything that's gonna help me and build what I'm trying to do. I'm open to it. So let's work. That's gonna be the phrase for the rest of 2020. Let's work.
Let's work.
Okay?
2020, second half. Let's work.
Let's work.
Cool. Well, greatly appreciate you coming through. Now, like I think I asked you, and I know you don't formally have stuff started, but let's just say somebody hooked up on this now or hooked up with this, when we, hit the replay and stuff, and they're like, okay, well, you sound like you have some stuff going on. We want to work with you. Like, how do they reach out to you? How do they connect with you? What's the best way to connect with you?
The best way is going to be either my Facebook or my Instagram, which is, as we can see, _IMKBree. I'm going to see if I can try to type it in the comments. I don't know.
Cool.
I'm not a real Instagram expert with this live and pinning and all that. I want to see if I can do it.
Well, I'll tell you this.
IMKBree for Instagram, and then just Kayla Harris for Facebook. I know that's a common name, but you'll see my beautiful face on my profile picture, so keep scrolling until you find it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like Julio. Julio scrolled through a couple times.
At this point, I don't think he's coming. I mean, surely his people have not reached out to my people, so I don't think.
They're busy with quarantine. They're busy with quarantine.
Maybe.
But that's cool. Like I said, we'll just send me your tags. I think both of them. I know, of course, per se, but just send it to me because when I repost like on like YouTube, we can't see the I don't think we'll be able to see the comments and stuff, and so people just will always be able to see it. Just make sure I hit it. I'll add it in there.
Okay. So when do you guys feel like it's a good time to really kick back up? Are y'all waiting on the governor's call, or y'all like, you know what, like the hair salons? I got a family to feed, so I'm just about to get back out here.
To be honest, it's just kind of been like a case by case kind of thing of how we going, because we're in two different states. On top of that, that's the other dynamic. With me being in South Carolina and Jason being in Georgia, our orders are different. Like technically, for the most part, we're pretty much, I guess, I don't know what they call it, phase 1 or phase 2, I guess, at this point here in South Carolina. And so I can go out a little bit, and I've done a few shoots. It's always been 1-to-1. It's always been outside. I haven't done anything in studio yet.
Okay.
We're still kind of assessing that in the sense of like our studio space, and having to possibly make changes to how that is, and whatnot. But definitely, outside, like truth be told, this afternoon, as part of the 2020 kind of with graduates whatnot, I'm actually doing a graduate shoot
Oh, wicked, cool.
this afternoon. Like I said, it's 1-on-1, trying to stay open, leave our distance. But we did a couple of shoots, and we didn't advertise it big because it was really more about the student than us. But I had a couple of students even in this area, my subdivision, who of course graduating, and with this COVID, most of all that what we call, I guess, the rite of passage things have, of course, are taken away. Proms, actual formal graduations. So we're doing a couple shoots. Well, and so this is the one I'm doing today. So I mean, we've been doing, we kind of working it as it goes. Like I said, trying to stay within social distancing parameters. Like I said, the unique thing about photography is the fact that you could be about good 10 feet, 20 feet away from me. I just gotta have the right lens to get you. That's all. I can still zoom right into your face and be a good, 10, 15, 20, even further, depending on the lens I got, and make it look like I'm right in your face. Right. So, like I say, I think it's just a matter, it's just communication right now. Okay. It's really about just talking to the models that we're going to work with. A lot of people, a lot of models per se, they're just like, let's go. Almost everybody's in that kind of like, okay, we've installed for almost for like 2 months, pretty much. Like my last shoot before quarantine was like literally the day that well, not the day, but the last weekend for everything went south. Like that, the 14th of March, I remember, because it was a big group shootout. So it gave me actually a couple of models to work on during quarantine. But, for the most part, we're talking now almost 2 months now. So creatives are getting itchy, So, I think, what's the name? Like I said, we just kind of take it now. I know Georgia's different. Are y'all still on stay-at-home order?
It applies to certain people. So I honestly believe it's going to be lifted for everyone June 12th. It's in place now for people who are asthmatic or just chronic illness, older people. Mm-hmm. But as of June 12th, it's supposed to be lifted.
Right.
My personal take on that is use your common sense. Use your brain. Don't just do whatever you want to do because, we can go back outside. No, I still feel like you need to use caution and wisdom.
And that's, I think, our common practice rule at this point, even with our, with the shoots that we've done, is just, I'd say a lot of outside right now, just as we kind of, try to figure out, our dynamics in studio. Mm-hmm. Or you may more areas we might have to use that's more sterile if it is inside, just to make sure it's sterile appropriately. And sterilized appropriately. Right. And just using common sense. If you're sick, don't come. It's just don't come. That's photographer or model. If you're sick, don't come.
We're gonna take this shoot with my cold. Look, we're gonna take this shoot with my flu. Right. Like, don't
it ain't that deep. I know. I know for us, we've had to be very flexible, and we just kind of evaluate that from day to day. All of our stuff, of course, from March to now, we had several things that we had set up, weddings and all that kind of stuff that had to be canceled, rescheduled, and all that kind of stuff. We just had to be more flexible with our policies during this time because of the fact of that. And so we just kind of work on a case-by-case basis with the clients we had arranged. Okay. And then the new ones we just kind of, work in as we go. So I think that's the biggest kind of thing, just using sound thought and just being cautious, not just for yourself, but for others. And like, for example, for us, it's not just me, but, potentially what I could bring home to the rest of my family. So just kind of being mindful of being protective of that as well.
Well, sounds good to me.
But I think I could trust you enough. I think we can hit it out. I think I can trust you.
I think you can too. We've been running this race a long time.
Right.
So.
I would say all those fails, I'll bring one of those thermometers. I have a couple. I got kids. I got a couple of those ones. I just
Oh yeah, you do. You have to have some.
Put it right in your head. I don't even have to put it on. Put it in your ear. Nothing. Just put it on your head. Right. What does that read? We ain't doing this today.
Yeah. So have you been taking any shoots with your family at home just to get in some practice and make sure you're staying on top of things?
No, I haven't. Like I said, I've had other projects that I've been doing. A lot of it, like I said, a lot of the time I've been working on more so I guess the editing side.
Okay.
During this time, there's been like a wealth of information, a wealth of resources that's been opened up free during this period of time, and especially in photography. So I've just kind of been taking the time to look through those and go back and look at some shoots, edit some of those shoots, doing things like this in the sense of having our live sessions with our models and people that we've interacted with to kind of just keep active with the community. Like I said, I did. I did a small shoot. It was in this neighborhood, so it wasn't like I went out far. Like one of my neighbors needed some professional shots, and so I did some professional shots. That was a couple weeks ago. Like I said, I already did one graduation shoot. I have one this afternoon, and so it's kind of a slow roll. And it was a rusty experience. The first one, like I won't even say on camera the huge no I did on my first shoot back out. They were very open about it. Thankfully, like I said, it was here in the community. It was in my neighborhood. Because God forbid if I did the same thing out, on public, it would have been a wrap.
This is an offline conversation. I got to know.
Yeah. No. It's not. It's not hard. It's just embarrassing. That's all it was, from a professional standpoint. So it wasn't like, it was just embarrassing from a professional standpoint. But it's like, it was big enough that 9 out of 10, if in any other circumstance, if I had left this neighborhood, like if I wasn't just up at the pool, around the pool, taking pictures with this person, like in the sense of like the backdrops of the greenery around our pool area, if I wasn't just like right there and I actually had went out anywhere and this happened, like it would have been a wrap for the day. And, I would probably have to refund the whole thing. So, because it was just that kind of a blooper that you just don't do. But so I was definitely rusty. I was kind of mad. I was really mad at myself for that because I've never done that. But trust me, afterwards I got my checklist back out. Like, okay, let me make sure I'm ready. Just like today, I've been checklisting. So I am ready for today and going on. So yeah, it's really been it is a matter of kicking off some cobwebs and some dust. But if you like anything else, once you get back on it good, you get on the roll.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm ready to work, and y'all just say the word, and I'm there. Traveling. I got you. I would even come to where you are. I will come.
Oh, don't play.
And do
I'll send for you if
hop
you
on the road. Hop on the road.
Dude, I got a couple places up here we can play.
But what's really interesting? I didn't know that Georgia had the places that they had for shoots. I think after our last conversation, I did some research and Googling, and I found some really nice backdrops, some nice waterfalls, mountains.
Oh yeah,
Georgia but I didn't know that Georgia had what it had to offer before our conversation. I'm like, wow, you wouldn't think it was here in Georgia.
Yeah, I think if you're really like in a metropolitan area, if you're like in Atlanta and stuff, you don't think about like how vast Georgia could be, in its range of stuff, But once you kind of get out of the metropolitan area and just kind of like just get about the landscape of Georgia, there's a lot of great spots that you can do.
Beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like for just maternity shoots, engagement shoots, all of that. Like it's really, really nice. From the trees to the waterfall to the old rusty car, like. You can find some amazing. I'm like, yo, let me text Isaiah real quick. Like,
you should have.
Like, are you interested? Look,
you should have.
But yeah, we're gonna have to wait till Rona leaves, and
Well, like I
yeah.
said, something like that, we could probably do. I mean, like I said, I think your restrictions are saying something like that is going to be a 1-to-1 anyway. It's not like it's going to be a whole lot of people. So that's why I say, you trust me, I trust you. And we might as
And
well
I
go ahead.
think right now that photo shoots outside are actually safe, just
It
because you're
is.
not inside of four
You're not.
walls.
You're not inside four walls, and that's
Yeah.
why a lot of them are happening right now. You're not inside four walls, and like I said, for a photographer, 6 feet is nothing for us per se if you have the right lens, good lenses. Because I mean, typically in your arsenal, you should have somewhat of a lens that gives you some distance.
And honestly, our last shoot, even inside the studio, you guys are more than 6 feet away.
Right, most of the time we're 6 feet away
the,
from me anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, like, outside is, and like I said, it's not like we're saying we're shooting, some massive event with like, even 10 people, much less 50 or 100. It's a 1-to-1 situation in most cases.
Yeah.
And that's how come we're able to kind of, as long as it's not really literally against the law, sense of stay-at-home orders. I mean, we're pretty much, I think, open or safe to be able to do that. So, like I said, we're ready. I know Jason. I'm surprised he hasn't jumped on here. He must really be on the grind today.
Must be busy. Yeah.
But that I call him HillWay. What's his name? P Diddy. I guess you could say he's the hype man.
That's him.
I was say I thought he was about to join. I was going to crack up, but he's our hype man. So he must be really busy on that one. But yeah.
And for anyone who doesn't have confidence for your shoot with HillWay, you will leave with the whole lot, because Jason, he will encourage you until, I don't know, the cows come home. Like, he just
he's gonna give me when he sees this and he see me do that.
The energy levels, man, is high. It's positive atmosphere, just the vibe. I can't speak for everybody else, but I know my shoots are top notch. So yeah.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
No. But thank you very much for joining us and for being here. This is going to make the actual YouTube channel shoot. Okay,
this is the one. This is the one.
This is the money video. This is the one that goes in.
We're counting on you live. Let me speak to it. We counting on you.
We're counting on you. Need you to record properly. I'm gonna sit here and make sure before I go anywhere that there's a copy away from IG, so I can make sure. I'm going to be mad as a
bro.
But
you know what? They say third time's a charm. So hey, if the devil is listening to this live and for whatever reason decides that he don't want us to be great,
right.
No, this is the one. This
is the one. So greatly appreciate you being here and taking the time out with us. Always have a great time. We, like you said, you gotta tell me some of these places you're looking at. We might be, we might have to swing through there.
Gotta sit them for you.
So definitely just just stay safe, and that's for everybody, stay safe. So thank everybody who's joined us for this session of HillWay Discussions. We still trying to hit them up during this quarantine. I guess you can call it quarantine edition.
Okay.
We laughing, but seriously, stay safe. If just stay safe. Especially just stay safe. That's the biggest thing. If you have to go
out, I don't know who this is for. Please mask up. I've seen so many people.
Right.
Are you masking up when you go out in public? Okay.
Yes.
Are you gloving up? Or are you just masking up?
Now I admit I don't always have gloves, but I definitely mask.
Okay.
But I carry hand sanitizer in the car, so pretty much every time I get in and out, like I get some hand sanitizer in my hand, which I know is just a in between, but that's with anything, that's just something, I'll rub up before I go in, I'll rub up when I come out. So trying to keep that going as well.
Well, you stay safe. Take care of those babies and your wife.
All right, you too. Now you take it safe. I gotta try to give Julio some calls.
Hey,
get heading your way.
We're gonna have to get a little risque with these shoots because maybe he not. maybe he not liking what he's seeing. Like, I don't
Right,
know.
right. Well,
But
you
yeah,
have a great day. Thank you very much for everybody who joined us today. Thank you very much.
thanks for
And
having me.
we'll be having this rewind hopefully later today. This evening will be
Hopefully.
loaded up. All right. So
All right.
stay safe, stay great. This is Isaiah with HillWay Photography, and this is Kayla Harris, and signing out. Have a great day.
Out.